Orange Dinosaur, my man. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, episode 3 tonight. You are not wrong, buddy. You are not wrong. Super excited. Super excited. I will say, everything in the show so far has been incredibly faithful to the actual book itself. I think that's pretty sick. I think it's really good. I've been reading the book lately, and it's really good. It is very good. I guess apparently the current showrunner said the goal was to go for a full like 8 to 10 seasons with like, so the book that I'm reading is just the early part of Dunk and Egg's life. But apparently it's like a large collection of like short stories and spin-offs and whatever about like their full time together basically. And so the idea was for the first, 4 to 5 seasons being the early life of Dunk and Egg, and then the last 4 to 5 seasons being the late life of Dunk and Egg. No spoilers if you don't know how that turns out. But yeah, it's today's episode is the puppet show. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. Should be interesting. Is it really only 3 of the novellas? Okay, I didn't realize that. Because right now I'm reading just Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. So, nonetheless, lads, pretty interesting. Anywho, happy Saturday. It's a good time. I was going to give it a little bit more time, let everybody start popping in, but does not look like we've got too many people joining us today. That's alright. That's alright. Happy Sunday, nonetheless. It's going to be a good time. Happy Knight of the Seven Kingdoms Day. Love that. Anywho. We are gonna we'll hold off on that. That's fine. But yes, so we are not playing Realm of Thrones for this this live stream. We are playing Seven Kingdoms Total War for the Total War Attila game. We have to continue our hunt for Randyll Tarly and finally bring the man to justice at the hands of House Hightower, with our new combined host being led by Jon Snow as well of the North. So that shall be interesting. Ira Parker wants to make it for the rest of his life, and George has given him rough outlines for the future. Nice. Yeah, I think that'd be really good. That'd be really cool. Excuse me. So, before we begin, though, with the hunt for Randyll Tarly, I did want to show off the new Bannerlord faction that we started. In the Discord, I had asked a question to the community in the community voting section in our channel. Basically, I asked which of these 2 different factions that we wanted to see first. And then it was between a Northern House playthrough and like a Robb Stark loyalist, or a Hedge Knight build for the, upcoming series of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. So, obviously we have started our Hedge Knight series playing as Sir Warwick of House Bastion, but this is the secondary, the Northern faction that I wanted to show you guys. I'm very excited for this one, and the only reason I want to show it off now, even though we're not going to play anything yet, is because I am just really excited to be able to show you guys. Because this, don't mind this, I have been messing with the mods a little bit. I have been a huge fan of Game of Thrones since I was like 14 years old. And then when you're a young 14-year-old, typically you make original characters to self-insert into the series. Clearly, that's become a habit of mine, considering all of the Game of Thrones sandbox type adventures that we do here on the channel. So, old habits die hard. But this is the very first Game of Thrones OC I have ever made in my life. I found the old notes in my iPhone, backed up from like the iCloud or whatever, and it had just a list of all the OCs that I made, because I had my own little pocket of Westeros that belonged to me, basically. This is the very first one, so obviously he is a Northern faction, but this is Sir Brandon of House Black. Brandon Black? Yeah, Sir Brandon Black. He's actually, in the OC lore, he's a twin. He has, a twin brother named Braden Black. But he goes off to joined the wall. You know, this is back when, you know, the northern tradition was to send people willingly to go and reinforce the Brotherhood of Castle Black and everything like that. So Sir Braden, being a twin, did not want to cause any strife with like the succession of the, you know, their homeland or whatever. So he goes and takes the Black and becomes a sworn brother, and then Brandon is left to govern the house basically and the lands of House Black. So here he is. This is our Mad Lad. I think it looks pretty sick. This is Sir Brandon Black, and this is our dope ass sigil. This is one of my favorite things, especially considering it's the very first one I ever thought of. But this is the Black Raptor of House Black. So it's essentially like an owl, or like a night predator owl, with like eagle wings and a long bladed tail, which you can see right here on the shield. Some of the rest of this stuff is mostly design implemented just while I was building it, but the crossed halberds floating overhead makes us it highlights our loyalty to House Dustin, because the concept is that because he is a Northman, but he is Sir Brandon, he's a knight. He lives within the lands between Barrowton, the Barrowlands, and White Harbor, where you see a lot of that influence of the Faith of the Seven, and thus knighthood and everything like that. So, of course, like, in the Barrowlands already, Barrow Knights are something that are super, heavily prevalent. They're very much there, and, you know, very strong forces on the field of battle for the Barrowlands. And so I just felt like it was a natural geographical position for us to put this house. And then the little yellow like chevron, or whatever the opposite of a chevron is, because chevron goes up, I'm pretty sure, reminds me of House Stout, which I think is really interesting because they are a noble vassal of the of House Dustin. So I guess in lore concept would be that we're somewhere between the Stouts and the Dustins as far as our culture and our sense of identity goes. But we're obviously very loyal to both houses. The background of the house themselves, so the original Lord of House Dustin was actually our father, so we're only like one generation in. So this is also Sir Braden of Ashfield. Now, Ashfield was the site of a battle that resulted in the entire patch of land being torched to the ground. Thus, it was called Ashfield. So, it was also said they had aspirations to build a castle on top of the Ashfield itself and name it Ashfield Castle. But that's something that never actually happened. So, Sir Braden of Ashfield is then killed. Well, not killed. The death of the parents isn't that important. They die. Like, Sir Brandon himself is already 30 years old. So, you know, it's no big deal. Obviously, I can't add siblings into this game, so we're just going to roleplay that Sir Braden, the second, is off on the wall fighting as a sworn brother. No big deal. Because this is the story of Sir Brandon Black anyway. So, this is going to be cool. The face of the bird reminds me of Vanoss. That's funny. I didn't even consider that. Yeah, I tried very hard to make it look like an owl. I think it looks really sick either way. No, I can't unsee it now. You are not wrong. It does look like Vanoss. I'm mad as hell, dude. I can't believe you said that. I can never unsee it now. But yeah, I think it looks pretty sick. I think it's really, really cool. So the concept for this build, obviously, for the Hedge Knight build, the idea was for heavily armored shield troops and spear infantry and stuff like that, and then we had like some mounted skirmishers. No spoilers for the current episode that just came out, but we also add another unit to our military, mostly for roleplay purposes, but it also just helps diversify as well, so it's not too bad. Now for this particular build, however, we are very heavy armored archer units, skirmisher units, I suppose. Let me see if I can find where this starts off at. Yeah. So we start off with the Barrow Fledgling, and the way I always do the formula for my my custom unit trees, low tier units are named after the region. So like if we're in the Vale, it'll be hill this or mountain that, like whatever. In this case, it's Barrow, so these are the Barrow Fledglings, and then our Noble tier troops are named after the house itself. So these are our like personal retinue. These are the troops that wear our banner and represent who we are as a house. You know, like you have Stark swordsmen, you have Frey crossbowmen, we have House Black ABCXYZ. So, beginning with our basic unit tree, we have the Barrow Fledgling. These are two-handed wielding bowmen. The concept was to make them like really light on their feet. We're going to utilize like hit and run type tactics, very skirmisher style. Just volley after volley of arrow attacks. It might be a little OP, so I might have to rethink a few things here. I say that, but I tested a couple of like bandit battles out, and we just wiped the floor before they even got in melee range. So we'll have to see. But we have the Barrow Fledgling, followed by the Barrow Hunter. I did go for that wolf head and wolf pelt cape kind of vibe here, so it looks pretty good. The Barrow Marksman, love these guys, very man-at-arms, very mercenary-esque. The Barrow Captain, and the Barrow Raptor, again, because we are the Black Raptor of House Black. So I think it looks really sick. I think they're really, really cool. I do love this Night's Watch Brigandine. I think it's super, super sick. Definitely not bad. All right, we're going to go back. And then on the other side of this unit tree, because I just made it like 2 branches down, it's super simple. We have the Barrow Rider. So light armored bow horsemen. Nothing too crazy. Mounted archers, I think. I don't know why I said bow horsemen. I meant mounted archers. Jeez Louise. Sorry. Anyway, we have the Barrow Rider, followed by the Barrow Roadman, the Barrow Skirmisher, and the Barrow Mounted Predator. I think these guys look really, really sick. I love the kill over the plated leather with the Reachman helmet. Not bad. I really love experimenting, like mixing different vibes together, you know, to create like these mixed cultures of units. Super unique, like the Rathian culture for our Hedge Knight build, and now we have the Barrow culture, because obviously there's no Barrowman type troops in Realm of Thrones currently. It's all just northern troops. But I think these guys are super sick. So that's our basic unit tree. We do have there we go. And now our elite tier troops, we have the Black Squire. So this is where we get into the House Black, like, personal troops. So we have House Black Squires. Again, just more skirmisher bowmen, two-handed weapon wielding bowmen. But these guys are much more heavily armored and a lot higher skill level, making them just even more dangerous on the field of battle. So a bulk of our troops is going to be just basically bowmen and two-handed swords, which is going to be really, really quick battles, but very high casualties as well, especially when we start getting against cavalry heavy type units, so, or type, you know, factions. That'll be really interesting. So from the Black Squire, we have the Black Heavy Footmen. Again, they are called footmen, but they are you know, bowman troops and everything. Then we have the Black Foot Knight. I love that. And when this is all decked out in the black and yellow of House Black, I think it's really, really sick. Then the Black Warden. And the Black Raptor. You know, I always have to bring back the elite halberds. Especially when we're fighting on behalf of House Dustin and the crossed halberds. I actually think they're long axes, is what it says in lore. They're crossed long axes. But they look like halberds to me, and I think it's really, really cool. So halberd's one of my favorite items in the game, to be sure. Now, we will be starting this series off with a dedicated Lancer Cavalry unit tree. So this branch, we have our Black Hedge Knight, followed by the Black House Knight. Now, the concept there, the difference between the hedge and the house, is that the Hedge Knights are recruited by House Black, but they're essentially like wanderers out on the road. Whereas if they survive multiple battles and they level up in a sense, they turn into a House Knight where they officially swear themselves as loyal men of House Black. So, from the Hedge Knight to the House Knight, and then onto the Black Raptor Knight with this ornate sallet from Pentos, which I think is pretty cool. And then the Black Nightmare, spelled like KNIGHT mare, which I think is pretty cool. So the Black Nightmare mounted heavy troop. Again, super, super cool. Love the way all these guys turned out when they're all decked out in the black and yellow. Looks really, really sick. I have a couple of the troops here. So the Black House Knight, the Black Foot Knight. Yeah, with the black and yellow, dude. Looks so good. The Black Hedge Knight. Some Barrow Marksman. Yeah, not bad. The Barrow Roadman. Couple of Barrow Riders. And some Barrow Hunters. Not bad. And then, of course, we have Sir Brandon of House Black himself. And his close companion, the very first of our companions that we were able to add in. But this is Sir Liam White Barrow, who is a bastard of that region, who has taken the surname White Barrow. But he does fight on behalf of House Black now. I think it looks pretty sick. Anywho, lads. That is it. I just wanted to show you guys the, you know, the new faction and everything. So now we can get out of the House Black playthrough, and we can jump into Total War. It's going to be a fun time. Very fun time indeed, lads. Excellent. All right, let us, where'd it go? Total War Attila. Sick. Sick as, lads. Sick as. Yeah, this will be a fun time indeed, boys. Very fun time indeed. Give it a few seconds to, like, properly load up. I've gone straight into playing the game, like, right out the gate, and it's just kind of, it's crashed on me a couple of times, so I'm a little wary now. Yeah, see? There we go. Yeah, okay, perfect. Sweet. Sweet. Excellent. So I think we definitely need to start this next portion of the hunts for Randyll Tarly with a combined war effort between houses Hightower and House Stark. So I think we're gonna go. We could go for a siege battle. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, we say we chased House Tarly down to its final stop. Let's go for a large settlement. Yeah. Give it a level 2 escalation, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for us. We'll say it is springtime in the day. Weather is dry. Battle difficulty is normal. That's fine. Yeah, it should be interesting, lads. So it shall be us, the nobles of House Hightower, led by Lord Baylor of that house. And we'll say like a combined force of houses, oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Of houses Tarly. And who else? Maybe the Florence, huh? Or the Red Winds. The Tarlys. Let's see. Let's actually get another Stormland house. So we've defeated the Grandisons as they tried to rush to the aid of House Tarly. Maybe we'll throw in some Dondarians this time. Yeah, we'll throw in Barrack Dondarian as another faction here. That's pretty sick. We'll say that Barrack Dondarian brought his own contingents of catapults. So 1, 2, 3. He brought some cavalrymen, some swordsmen. Yeah, definitely give them some spears. Some spearmen. I love seeing the halberdiers. Like, again, the halberd is such a slept-on, like, medieval weapon, in my opinion. There we go. So the Dondarrions have come to the aid of House Tarly. Randyll Tarly is finally at his final position. We're going to give these guys 6 catapults. Make it super difficult for us. They don't really need too much of their own cavalry, do they? If they're defending. I mean, the cavalry would be useful to be sure, but still. Nice. Lots of spearmen. Nice. Alright, on to the attackers. It'll be House Hightower. Yeah. With 3 catapults. Do I want cavalry fighting in this battle? I feel like it would be effective if we're smart with it. Yeah. I'll bring the cavalry, but the Starks will bring their heavy spears and heavy swords. Oh, whoops. Wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. The House Guard is what I was looking for. Nice. And now we are being joined by the Starks of the North. Specifically, Jon Snow of Winterfell. Now he's going to march out with us with his troops. We'll bring the catapults and the cav, but this man's going to bring a shit ton of Winterfell swordsmen. That's a lot of, like, yeah, noble troops, noble tier troops. Yeah. There we go. Pretty sick. All in all, not bad. We are also going to choose our equipment, however. They got ladders, heavy siege towers. Oh, I could get... yeah, 6 heavy siege towers, 2 heavy battering rams, 2 sets of ladders. Shouldn't be too bad, I think. Yeah. It'll be interesting, lads, to say the least. Orange Dinosaur just joined the Discord. Nice. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome in. Anywho, lads, so the battle for, I don't know what this castle will be. Whatever castle. Tarly Castle. Some secondary defensive position. Maybe they made it all the way to the Stormlands and, you know, are hiding in, whatever castle the Dondarrions live in. I forgot. Sorry. Anyway, we attack. Jesus. This will be interesting indeed, lads. A massive battle, to be sure. Now, there's 4,700 men with the North and 4,100 men with the Stormlands. Followed by, however, it doesn't give us a count for our own troops, so there's probably close to 20,000 troops out here on the field of battle. That's pretty intense. It's gonna be a huge fight. Uh-oh. Maybe not. Oh Lord. Blackhaven, yeah, thank you. I'm not silly, I promise. Ah, no, there might be too many troops. It's laggy as hell. Oh, man. That sucks. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's too laggy for this many troops, I think. That's unfortunate. Damn, their settlement has been devastated by a siege already. Yeah, it's way too laggy. That's so sad. Yeah, even the pause menu's not wanting to pop up right now. I'm so sorry. There you go. Jeez Louise. Alright, I'll close it out. We'll start it again. I'm so sorry, guys. Alright. Now, 76 of you said no about starting a members-only campaign. That makes sense. Out of the 6 votes, that means 4 of them? 5 of them. Yeah, I'm bad at math. 5 of them were for no, and only 1 for yes. I'll leave the poll up until the end of the live stream, but it was just a thought. I was just kind of curious to see if y'all would be interested in something like that. But you know, it's not something that I'm seriously considering. I just wanted to pick y'all's brains. As it is, I don't have enough time to do 2 series simultaneously, which is why I'm doing Bannerlord during the week and only 1 upload for Crusader Kings on the weekends. Just time management skills are kind of eluding me this year. New year, same old situations, so. But it'll be a good time either way. I am really excited for the direction that House Bastion is taking. I think it's really, really cool. I did add in a few new mods, stuff we've seen before, and then others are brand new to us. So I'm kind of excited to see how that turns out. Do apologize. All right. Maybe if we tried it again, it'll be less laggy. Who knows? Fingers crossed, lads. Looks just like King's Landing in Season 8 when they randomly decided it was in the desert. Yeah, I remember that. Good times. Good times. There we go. See, much better. Much better. We've got free range of motion. Heck yeah, dude. Damn, I didn't even need all these siege weapons and shit. They've got massive breaches in the walls already. That's insane. Yeah, that's insane. Oh, they brought their own siege equipment too. That's pretty interesting. I could drop the siege equipment and just get everybody like rushing in there, but I don't think so. God, that's a lot of Stark men too, man. That's pretty sick. Yeah, there's Jon Snow himself. There he is. Very nice. The Bastard of Winterfell. Yeah, there he is. He looks good. His character model looks pretty sick, man. Yeah, Jon Snow himself. Lord Snow. And here's our Hightower troops. Baylor Hightower. Where's he at? Oh, shit. He's somewhere around here. That's for sure. It's not too important that we see him, but I was just curious. Yeah, not that serious. We do have a lot of Hightower troops. Like, Jesus. So many men. And then the Stark axes look absolutely amazing. Some Hightower spears. And House Guard spearmen. Yeah, I absolutely love this. These guys look so good. The Hightower helmets are pretty intimidating, man. They're like part bucket, part great helm. But they're designed to look like the actual tower itself. So, I think that's pretty intimidating. Yeah, definitely not bad. Alright, I do want to play this smart. So, I'm really not going for too much of a tactic. There's so much hatred between the Hightowers and the Tarlys at this point that I think we would be better off just like full sending it. I do, however, want to pull my catapults close enough that they have a solid formation and ability to open fire on the enemy. Yeah. So I'm going to start the battle and then immediately pause it so that we can send some of our troops in. Yeah, they've got Tarly troops. They've got... I really don't think we need any of these siege equipment. Damn, I shouldn't have started it then if that's something I wanted to do. Silly bastard. Yeah, but with all these towers, it seems a little irrelevant, if I'm being honest. So, I think if anything, we could take these ladders. No, because see, there's just so much space for us to jump in here on these choke points. Like, it wouldn't make sense for us to do that. Yeah. So I'm just gonna get all these guys to drop their shit. Because we don't even need to go for the front gate either. Because that's just another choke point where they could potentially fuck us, if I'm being honest. Yeah. I'm gonna send some of my cav off this way. Alright, so lots of house guard. Show me my archers. Yeah. Nice. Alright. Let's go ahead and get it started then. Yeah, it's a little laggy, but not too crazy. It's just because there's so many goddamn units on the field. So, unfortunately, it makes sense. But once people start dying, trust. Yeah. Here come some of the Dondarian men of Blackhaven. Yeah, sick as fuck. They've got Tarly Billman moving in with them. Looks pretty good, man. Pretty good. Yeah, somebody's already under fire over here. Mostly from the siege towers, no doubt. There we go. Popping off some shots. Yeah, we've already dealt 88 damage to them. That's crazy. Or to their wall.
Missile warriors! We will pierce their hearts.
Yeah, rush off this way. Get the hell out of there. Ooh, huge hit. Oh, never mind. Okay, big miss. No big deal. Yeah, I'm going to leave the rest of these men here. I'm going to let the Starks get some shit done. So the Starks are moving men in onto the walls. Yeah, we're getting fired on, which is not good. Nice. So the flanking charge. Oh, Jesus. There's no way. There is no way that just happened. I charged in 2 units of cavalry. We got hit with a volley. This definitely came from the enemy catapults too. It had to. It had to have. because the position of the smoke trail. So they smacked right into us, destroyed their own wall, and wiped out 2 whole units of cavalry. That is fucking insane. That is awful. I'm at a loss for words. That's crazy. Yeah, gotta get some of the men in there.
Slow down! Deadly missiles ready! Get moving! Warriors ready! Forward! Run! Run, not you! Battle ready and eager! Warriors, move out! Missile on warriors! Archer! Run, captain!
Nice. Alright, we're gonna have to get some men.
Orders! Deadly missiles ready! Forward! Missile on warriors! Warriors! Move out! Ready for battle!
Nice. Now turn and run, lads. Turn and run. There we go. So it was a pretty decent charge. They started wavering right off the bat, or they were losing that fight. Yeah, look at that. Another crumbling hit to their walls. Now we're going to turn and hit their fucking archers from behind. Yeah, pretty sick, man. Pretty sick. Yeah, let's get the lads in there.
Snipers ready! Warriors ready!
There we go. Flanking shots, flanking hits.
Ready!
We crash in on them on all sides, lads. Oh, the lighting is awful here. Yeah, but you got billmen engaged with swords. There's Tarly and Dondarrion men being crashed in upon by Hightowers and Starks on all sides. That's crazy. Massive battles going on. Yeah, there we go. The Starks are going to continue to move in some men, which is good. We're going to continue to cover with some archer and crossbow fire.
Loose! Catch a Slugo!
Yeah, look at that. They've got Dondarrion men already faltering. More Hightower crossbows moving in.
Move it! Warriors, move out! On the guard! Fire on the enemy!
Yeah, fire on the enemy, lads. Alright, Lance Cavalry. Hit their Dondarrion swords. Lance Cav. Hit this last crossbowman. Dondarrion Cav. Go for their crossbowmen. Inside the gates, lads.
Missile warriors! Warriors, move out! Battle ready! Orders!
Nice. Some more Hightower men moving in there. We've got the Starks moving in. Yeah, more Starks. Beautiful. We've still got a ton of troops here. Yeah, in reserves. We're gonna move in,
Blood and battle!
yeah. Oh no, that's a house guard. Hold on. There we go. These guys, and these guys. Move all them in on the secondary flanking position. Or actually, send them far. Send them wide. We have no choice but to, you know. Alright, Lance Cav pulled back.
Go! Warriors, move out! That's already! T.O.? Warriors! Forward!
There we go. Jesus. This is brutal right here. And look at that. We've got some Stark towers moving in. Yeah, look at them go. I need catapult shots going right here. Yeah, right here in the middle. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, give me some flaming shot. There we go. Alright, so let's get rid of the battle UI real quick. I want to see if we can get some shots. Yeah, right here into the thick of them, lads. Yeah, there's so many Hightower men. Oh my god, just raining arrows on them, raining catapults on them. Jesus. Oh my god. We just light them up. That is insane. Oh, it's brutal. We've got some Stark men wavering here. Yeah, we've got way too much archer fire coming in on this end. That is not good.
Battle ready and eager! Move it! Warriors ready! Kill, kill, kill!
Nice, some Tarly archers are wavering. We're just popping off shots right over these walls. What a brutal, brutal fight. Who are these men breaking? Some Tarly swords, some Tarly bills. Yeah, the Hightowers are still fighting strong, man. They are in the thick of it. Yeah, the lighting is dog shit awful right now. Oof. Oh my god, it's gonna give me a stroke. Jesus. Yeah, but there's just huge fighting on all sides. Look at that. The Starks have come in on this end as well.
Battle ready!
I forgot we had some men here. Look at that. Oh, the Starks are charging all the way in. That's crazy. All right, we're going to follow with some of our men. Didn't even need to engage our heavy troops.
Warriors ready!
Yeah, get in there, boys. Nice. Nice. More flaming catapults just blasting the shit out of them, dude. Oh my god. Right into the thick of them. Lighting them ablaze. Oh my goodness. It is brutal. Their catapults are already done. And now we're just adding insult to injury at this point. Yeah, but they've got men moving out to face the the ravaging Starks. Yeah, go and destroy those barricades there. Yeah, look at that. So many Stark men still left. So many Hightower men. Yeah, move to position, lads. Oh, Northmen has pledged their swords. That's crazy. Oh, so we're still being, like, brutalized right now over here on this end. Yeah, their archers definitely have our number.
Orders?
All right, we're going to send these men off to this breach.
T.O.?
Go on, you pox-assed bastards. Yeah, there we go. I was wondering where these guys went.
That's already.
Yeah, they have a lot of archers over here. So I think we need some archer support.
Let them down.
Oh, our Hightower horses, they're fleeing. That is not good. Bada bing, look at the volleys of arrows. Smack them from on top. Nice. Oh, just brutalizing them. That was a huge hit. Nice. Yeah, so our horsemen are finished.
Fearless warriors. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill,
Nice.
kill. Sign up.
All right, we're currently losing this fight, but there's a lot of archer fire going on over here too. So it's not looking too hot. Meanwhile, the Stucks are still brutally beating down House Tarly over here and the Wings. Yeah, brutal fight. They brought in some Winterfell swordsmen to get some shit done. Damn, they look good. They're getting some shit done indeed, lads. Yeah, the lag is pretty bad. I do apologize, but I hope you guys are enjoying nonetheless. Yeah, this could be it, lads. What I need to know, though, is where is Randyll Tarly? He cannot escape us again. I don't know if I have any more horsemen either, though. That's the thing. So no matter what I do, we're kind of cooked.
Orders. Forward.
Nice.
They will bleed for us. March! March!
Nice.
Melee warriors! We will pierce their hearts!
Nice. Yeah, the men are breaking. The enemies are breaking. Damn. Lots of dead Tarly men here. That's crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, the Winterfell swords are moving in. Look at that. They are surrounded on all sides. Stocks on all sides of them. That's crazy. Oh my god. And they're struggling to get their swordsmen off of here. Oh, jeez.
Battle ready! Kill, kill, kill! No!
Huge fight at the walls here.
No! Melee warriors! Battle ready and eager! March! Ready! March!
Nice.
Orders? On the guard! Double time! Orders?
Alright, so 3 of our archer units have also run out of ammunition, so I'm gonna have to rush them in. Yeah, the Dondarrion archers. Alright, so there's one general. Barrack Dondarrion. Yeah, some brutal fighting going on right now. Jesus, there's so many of them. There's so many Starks and so many Hightowers fighting right here. Oh my god. Yeah, that is insane. Nice. So we're burning the bastards. There we go. And the melee charge. Oh, huge hit. Jesus. Oh my god. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Alright, so we caught a few of the stragglers, but it doesn't look like they're all going to turn and fight. It looks like we caught one unit of men. Yeah, so now we've got them locked into some more fighting. Yeah, we need to find Randyll Tarly. Nice. Go on, boys. Through the gate. Nice. Aw, no. Jon Snow has fallen. Our allies' general has fallen. Damn it. Jon Snow has fallen on the field of battle. This is terrible. Yeah. And Randyll Tarly is nowhere to be found. I don't know if he was defeated early on or not. Yeah. Here's somebody. Hold on now. Yeah, this is Jon Snow. Yeah, this is Jon Snow. So Jon Snow has fallen, huh? That's tough. Just trying to see if I can see his body. But I don't think so. Is that him right there? Might be. I can't tell. Jesus, we are charging out against him, though. Jesus, yeah, we're just storming the castle, storming the city at this point. Yeah, there is nothing they can do right now to stand against us. They still have a lot of billmen over here fighting against the Starks, so it may not be much, but they're still fighting. Gotta give them that at least. The question is, where the hell is Randyll Tarly? Nice. Our general is under attack. No, Lord Baylor. Get out of the way, you silly bastard. Yeah, there we go. Move your ass. The Starks helped cover our escape. That's amazing. There he is. Yes. Kill Randyll Tarly. Charge right for him, boys. Yes. Yes, Randyll Tarly, you will not escape this time, you bastard. Kill that man. Alright, hold on. We gotta make sure everyone comes down upon him. Summon everyone. Call every man. Except for you. You can keep fighting. Everybody attack Randyll Tarly. He will not escape us this time. Yeah, except for you. You keep chasing down these archers. There he is. Randyll Tarly, he fights hard. But will it be enough? No, do not let him escape. No, there's no way he's leaving again. There's no way. Dude, there is no way. I cannot believe this. There is no way he escapes again. Did he get stopped? He got stopped. He got stopped. Bring that man down. Stark, please. Please. Kill that man, Stark. Bring him down. Do not let him escape. No, no. He's right there. He's right there. Somebody stop that man. Kill Randyll Tarly. The Starks are not interested in him. They're just moving right past him like stone around a river. Please. Oh my god. Bring him down. We even have House Stark spearmen, billmen. He's surrounded by thousands of troops. And not one of them is stopping to fight him. Please. Somebody stop that man. There's no way, dude. All these guys are going to walk right past him. Come on. Somebody bring that man down. He's literally surrounded. There's no shot that he comes out of this alive. There we go. Yes, we've got some Hightower men charging in. Keep him here. Keep him locked in. Kill that man, House Hightower. Your lord commands it. Yeah, we've got Stark men on him. All of y'all kill Randyll Tarly. Every single one of y'all focus this man. No. No, don't let him escape. Oh my god, are you shitting me? Out of all that, nobody was able to stop him. I'm so fucking mad. That's crazy. Dude, there is no way. They're focusing his troops, but not the man himself, so he's gonna get away. Dude, I'm so pissed. He's the last one. Stark, stop him, please. Dude, there is no fucking way. I can't believe this. I'm so mad. And he's literally home free. Oh my god. Yeah, what do you think you're doing, bro? You better stop. You're in timeouts for 5 minutes for that. Jesus, dude. What the hell? Sorry y'all had to see that. What the fuck? Craziness. A wildling raiding party versus the remnants of the Tarlys. That'd be interesting. I think we would need some Ironborn raiders. Maybe they get pushed so far to the west coast that the Ironborn start coming after them. Damn it, dude. I cannot believe we let Randyll Tarly escape again. I'm actually so fucking mad. Yeah. I would say that an Ironborn raiding party probably makes more sense there. Come on, it's not over yet. Please. I don't even know where the hell he went. I kind of lost him. That's not him. This is him. Yeah, we were chasing him hard. Nah, he's too far away. There's no way we catch up to him in time. That's unfortunate. Yeah, decisive victory. There can be no doubt this is a great victory. The enemy are dead or running for their lives. Very nice. Yeah, that one was pretty good. That was a pretty good fight. Yeah. So we ourselves... Damn, the Starks did really good. We ourselves lost 1,200 troops. And the Starks only lost 904. So that's not bad. The enemy literally lost everything. Collectively, they had less than 400 troops left. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, archers put in the work here today. Crossbowmen. Yeah. All in all, nothing like super spectacular. The Hightower catapults definitely did their jobs today. 263 kills, 177 kills, 181 kills. Yeah. Every single one of the Tarlys did dog shit, dude. They got less than 100 kills for every unit that they got. Now the Starks, yeah, Stark archers put in the work, 267 kills. There's no way the game just crashed on a paused screen. What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. What a goddamn mess. This whole live stream has been a mess, dude. That's wild. It's alright. It's alright. Alright, I think I'm gonna take that as a sign that maybe we do one more and then call it for this live stream. There's clearly something going on. We got like horrendously spammed in chat. And again, I do apologize y'all had to see that. But yeah, I think we do the remnants of the Tarlys versus the Ironborn. And we'll fight on as the Ironborn and just get some shit done. Oh, shit. That's crazy. I didn't even see what the hell he was saying, honestly. What's the beef with the Tarlys? Nothing really. So I did one random custom battle like 2 live streams ago. Where we played as House Hightower laying siege to House Tarly. And then Randyll Tarly escaped, narrowly escaped, once again surrounded by House Hightower men, and then his little figure just runs off and flees, leaving his town to die. So I kind of built like a fake lore around it. So Baylor Hightower suffered some kind of insult from Randyll Tarly, resulting in this all-out war between the two of them. And now Baylor Hightower just has this massive chip on his shoulder and this huge feud going on with Randyll Tarly and seeks to bring him to justice. So the siege battle happened, and then lore-wise for like this timeline. And then the second battle, House Hightower was ambushed by Dickon Tarly, who ambushed us on the road as we were hunting down Randyll. Now Dickon Tarly, the son and heir to Horn Hill, was then slain in that battle, and all of his men were defeated. So we moved on, and then that's when we ran into a encampment of House Grandison. So the Grandisons set up like a defensive position upon the road, hoping to block our path from Randyll Tarly, who's continuing to flee and gather more men. And so we had to fight against the Grandisons, which we narrowly won. The encampment was actually really, really tough to crack. So I then took us to a secondary like defensive position and called upon allies from the north. And so Ned Stark sent Jon Snow, his bastard, and a troop of men to come and defend us in a castle siege against the Tyrells, because now that Stark banners are flying south, the Tyrells had to answer, and so they sent a troop to come and destroy us, but we won that siege battle. And then it led to this one currently. So now, with our combined forces with Jon Snow and Baelor Hightower, we went once again to attack Randyll Tarly, and he escaped again. So that's awful. Robbie Gaming, hello, my friend. Yeah, no spamming this time. That was insane. I had no idea what the hell you said just because you kept spamming question marks. So if you have something to say, say it. And let's not, you know, spam the chat, please. Now that is the current beef with houses Tarly and houses Hightower. But somebody wants to see a land battle. We could even say it's an ambush battle. I think this will be really cool to set up as well. But we will be fighting as the Iron Islands. Yeah. We'll be led by, let's say Roderick Harlaw. Yeah, when I subscribed, you had 12K. I remember, yeah, that was way back in the day, man. It kind of snowballed, I'm not going to lie. Like, it really did snowball. Can you do sea battles on this game? In the game, yes, but in this mod, no. This mod, the last update they had was back in 2019. So what we're seeing now is all the content we're likely to get. I don't know what happened to the mod creator. I don't know what he's been up to, or if he's even still doing this. But it is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, so I don't really think that the Iron Islanders would have a ton of like heavy lance cavalry, so I'm thinking we could go for just a bunch of like regular light cav. And I want to spam us out with those because the I don't think we would bring catapults on a raiding mission, especially not for an ambush battle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll do it in the grasslands, or this is wetlands technically. When did you get so many subscribers? I don't know. It just kind of happened over time. Yeah, we jumped up, especially last year. We surpassed 20K and immediately jumped to like 31K. Because the goal for the end of 2025 was to hit 20K. And now we're at 31, almost 32. So it's pretty impressive. That's all thanks to you guys, you know? So I'm very grateful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the swordsmen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for great axes. 2, 3, 4, 5 for regular axes. Oh, not pikes. Hold on. 5 for spearmen. 5 for crossbows and 5 for archers. Yeah, so we'll do an ambush battle. I think it'll be pretty sick. We'll do fast charge versus Randyll Tarly, who now flees justice once again. He has no horsemen with him, so he's going to be our only horseman unit. He's been beaten down, so he's on the road fleeing the onslaught of House Hightower. So we're going to stack him up. He doesn't have any cav. He's probably got a few archers left that still remained. But we'll say he started picking up like a shit ton of swordsmen, a shit ton of spears. He doesn't have any billmen left, that's for damn sure. And then some basic axes. And then we'll just give him 5 each of the crossbows and the bows as well. So, but yeah, so this will be interesting. Just a little ambush battle. We'll see how this turns out. So we'll say that they managed to flee so far into the west, like towards the west coast, that they caught the attention of an Ironborn raiding party. They see the burnt banners of House Tarly flowing in the wind, and like the scatter. They're not marching in formation. They look beaten. They have no follower train. Like that, it's just like a group of beaten Tarly soldiers, and they immediately land on the coast and follow them until they set up a decent ambush position. And so now here we are, House Harlaw. Yeah, laying an ambush for Randyll Tarly. This shall be interesting indeed, lads. Uh-oh. I think it's laggy again. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah. The whole map's not even moving. There we go. Yeah, it's like it wants to work, but it's not working. It's kind of difficult. Yeah, because now it's frozen. There we go. Oh, Jesus. That's alright, lads. That's alright. We'll try it again. Give me a second. Yeah, even the menu buttons are lagging. Like, be so for real. Jesus, like, for what reason, man? That's fucking wild. Jeez Louise. Awful. Jeez. Sweet. Hopefully it works this time. Who knows? We shall see, my friends.
Sega.
Yeah, we'll try it again. There we go. This seems better. Yeah, we could either come out of the woods on one end, or we can trap them on both sides. I think that's probably exactly what I want to do here. I don't know what direction they're moving in, though. Okay, so they're moving up the hill. Neat.
Hunger for blood and battle.
Nice.
You say?
Nice. I have deployables. Ah. No, I'm not too concerned with it. Nice. Alright, pretty solid. We're gonna smash them, like, right at the halfway point. Cut off all their archer support. Yeah. And then all their swordsmen and all their spearmen are bringing up the rear. They've got nothing but, like, low-tier axemen and all their crossbows and archers right up front. So that's pretty interesting. This will be pretty cool. Alright. We start the battle. Yeah, look at him. So unwitting. Ah, the bastard. Look at him. Ugh. He's gonna die soon. We'll kill him. We shall kill him, lads. I shall make it so. And I want these boys to just drown in panic on the field of battle. So we're gonna set them all up with a flaming shot. And I say we don't even hesitate. Harlaw Cav. Hit Randyll Tarly. Harlaw Cav, hit Randyll Tarly. And then we'll start sending men in. Yeah, what I like is that this is already not teeing up to be a perfect fight for the Harlaws, but I think that's fine because this isn't a story of vengeance for the Harlaws. It's a story of vengeance for the Hightowers, and this is just like a quick battle. This is the aftermath of a great battle leading into another one, apparently. Whoops. Yeah. Neat. Alright, send it in, lads. They're like, oh no, from the trees. It's an ambush. Yeah, look at that. Flaming arrows on all sides. Yeah, and the cavalry charge in. Oh my god, it's brutal. It is brutal. Yeah, we've got some of their archers locked in. We've got archer fire popping off on all sides. Yeah, some mounted troops moving in. Rush in there, boys. Do not hesitate. Killing spree. Increases weapon damage. Fuck yeah, get in there, boys. Nice, just flaming arrows on all sides. Look at that. Yeah, we've got Harlaw swordsmen attacking the spears. Look at that. That is brutal. Nice. Yeah, kill Randyll Tarly. Imagine out of all the fighting, he suddenly gets killed by some Ironborn. Wouldn't that be some shit? Yeah, the fighting is going strong. It's pretty thick. I can't even see where he's at. His little bald head. There he is. Little bald head ass. Yeah, little fucker. Kill that man, Randyll Tarly. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, we've got some Harlaw men charging in there. Yeah, some Harlaw great axes. Get in there, boys. Yeah, move to position, lads. More fighting. More and more fighting. It's beautiful. The Harlaws may end up taking it for us, but I also intentionally set them up for failure, the Tarlys here. So if the Harlaws win, it's not going to be like some big victory. It's just going to be like pretty typical. It's like, oh yeah, I knew that was going to happen kind of thing. Yeah. Oh shit, our Harlaws over here are completely surrounded. Oh Jesus. Oh, Jesus. That was a brutal fight. Look at him go. That is amazing. Yeah, they're just taking it by these Tarly spearmen, dude. That is insane. Oh my god, there's just bodies and blood splatters everywhere. Flaming arrows popping in on all sides. Look at that. They've got so many men moving in here now. Yeah, some more Tarly spears. That's crazy. Yeah, Harlaw swords crushed the bastards. Yeah, they thought they could charge against us, and it did nothing for them. Yeah, these Harlaw great axes are going to jump in here. Harlaw spears. Get in there, lads. Yeah, we still have so many archers as well, just popping off arrows on all sides. There we go. Yeah, we've got some Harlaw footmen, some Harlaw spears. I want to see some of these great axes at work. Look at the Tarly men fleeing into the hills. Just taking insult after insult. Defeat after defeat. Yeah, look at him go. Oh my god, it's brutal. The great axes just hacking away at the shields. Go on, you ironborn scum. Kill the Tarly bastards. Oh my god, that was brutal. Jesus. Yeah, these heavy axes, these great axes are pretty sick, man. Oh, damn. They took that man down. Yeah, a brutal fight. Oh, Jesus. Oh, the enemy general is dead. Show me. Where is he? Where's Randyll Tarly? Us like sifting through the dead. Aw, oh, damn. I can't even tell where he's at. Oh, is this him? It sure is. Randyll fucking Tarly lies dead on the field of battle. Finally. Ah, at long last. Yeah, a gold dragon to whoever brings the Lord Commander Heart's Bane and the head of Randyll fucking Tarly. Oh, a brutal ambush battle by the Harlaws of the Iron Islands. Jesus, the lighting again is just like really, really awful. That was always one of the biggest pitfalls of Attila as a Total War game, is that the lighting was always just really, really bad. Oh man. Yeah, just the onslaught of the Iron Islands against House Tarly is insane. What a beautiful fight, though. Oh, the man got flipped. That's crazy. You just see blood spraying into the springtime air as the sun sets upon the western sea. Or upon the western coast, I mean. Pretty sick, man. Pretty sick. Oh, that's brutal. And just inch by inch, second by second, there is less and less ground beneath the feet of the Tarly soldiers. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just brutal. There's literally flaming trees in the background as these men are just brutalizing each other. Yeah, that is insanity. Nice. Some Harlaw horsemen charging in against the swordsmen. Nice. Yeah, more Harlaws come from the trees. That's crazy. Get in there, boys. The horsemen are going to be ineffective against these foot swordsmen, though. Oh, look at that. And it's done. They flee in droves. Yeah, absolute massives of Tarly soldiers flee the onslaught. Burning trees in the background is crazy. Yeah. Very interesting indeed. Well, now that House Tarly is dead, yeah, without Randyll Tarly, wouldn't many houses try to fight over or partition the Tarly land with force or gold? I agree. I think that's absolutely something that's going to happen. But beyond that, one thing I also concerns me is that, was this just a random by chance raiding party of House Harlaw? Is the Iron Islands finally raising up the banner of the Ironborn, the drowned men once again? Is this a sign of a much larger Ironborn invasion on its way? Honestly, who knows, lads? Who knows? With this massive river here, it looks like we're close enough to the Riverlands that the Tullys might also get involved in some of those great houses. So we should keep an eye out on Seaguard and the men of House Mallister, considering they have a long history of bumping swords with the Ironborn. So who knows? We should keep an eye out if we'll send like a party of men to go and treat with House Mallister, and should the Ironborn attack, it'll definitely be the Mallisters that take the first hit. So if the Ironborn seek to invade, that is. But who knows, lads? Who knows? Anyway, we'll go ahead and end this battle. Yeah, a decisive victory. Pretty good, lads. Pretty good, I think. Definitely not bad. Yeah, we only lost 679 men. They lost 3,767. Yeah, they have whole units of troops that got 0 kills, but were completely wiped out. Literally nothing more than 41, 42 being their highest number of kills on one unit. That is awful, man. Yeah, our archers definitely put in the work. 130, 139. Yeah, 155 for the Harlaw Great Axes. So the Great Axes definitely are really, really good shock troopers. Yeah, 168 from the Harlaw Cavalry. So, pretty sick, man. Pretty sick. And now Randyll Tarly is dead. But I do believe we will end this live stream here, lads. This was a ton of fun. For the parts of it that was actually working. But I do hope you all enjoyed. I think that was pretty sick, if I'm being honest. I hope you guys are excited for more Legacy of the Bastard Bull and the return of House Torrent. I hope you're excited for more House Bastion, and then pretty soon after that, I will be doing House Black as well. I have so many great content ideas for this year. We'll see how many of them I can actually get through without driving myself insane. It should be a fun time, guys. But anywho, lads, I do hope you enjoyed today's live stream. Shout out to all of our current channel members. Actually, I do want to see, it's a new month. It is February 1st of 2026, which means we might have new memberships to gift out. Yeah, I do have 10 free memberships. So, sending the first 5 now for our free memberships. Let's see them here. Nice.
Ready to serve, my lord.
Gnarly 54, Sitcom Laughter, Ralph Whitman, Full Metal,
Ready to
and
serve,
Carlos Sugasti. Nice. So we got 5 new members, and now I have 5 more to gift out.
Ready to serve, my lord.
Boom. They have been sent. So our new 5.
Ready to serve, my lord.
NXT Play 55, Astral Song, Vitold,
Ready
Gabriel
to serve, my
Trainer,
lord.
and Timizzle01. Pretty sick. Excellent.
Ready to serve.
I'll let
my
everybody's names play on the thing. Where's the goddamn camera? There we go. I'll let everybody's thing play real quick
Ready to
before we
serve,
say
my
goodbye.
lord.
But yeah, thank you all to all of our current channel members. Thank you to all of our new channel members. With these 10, I think that pushes
Ready
us
to
over
serve, my lord.
100 channel members, which I think is pretty impressive. I think you guys are pretty sick for that. I love that. Honestly,
Ready
we've
to
seen what
serve, my
100
lord.
troops looks like. We've seen what 31,000 troops looks like. And I think it's pretty impressive, honestly, that you all would rally to our banner like that. So thank you very much, and congratulations to all of our new gifted channel memberships. But I am done for now. So until next time, lads, always remember honor in service, glory in sacrifice. And I, your Lord Commander, will see you in the battle's head. Goodbye, my friends.